I'm Chelsea Davis on Maui, and this is the latest with Hurricane Douglas. We are currently at Kahului Harbor, where the conditions have deteriorated rapidly. As you can see, the rain is coming down very hard. The wind is very strong as well, and behind me, the surf is slowly picking up. Now, if you know this area, if you know Kahului Harbor, you know that this is abnormal. The surf here at this time of year is usually very calm. We only usually see surf here in the harbor in the winter months, so this is abnormal. The winds have been pretty consistent all morning long, pretty strong, pretty steady. The rain, however, that has really been a game changer. It was more inconsistent earlier this morning with heavy downpours, and then it would stop, but now in just the last hour or so, it's been coming down pretty hard, and there is some flooding on the roadways near Kahului Beach Road. And again, officials are encouraging everyone to stay at home, shelter in place, try not to be out on the roadways as much as possible. Earlier, we did see a couple of kite surfers here in the water, and that is not smart. You know, officials want people to take this seriously. It not only puts your lives in jeopardy, but also the lives of our first responders. At 8:30 this morning, hurricane warning sirens did sound throughout the island, and that warned residents to stay at home, shelter in place, and to stay informed. Now, several Red Cross emergency shelters are set up across the island. We have a list of those on hawaiinewsnow.com. You can check that out, but that should be the last resort. Again, if you can stay home, do it. Don't be out in the roadways, but those emergency shelters are available for those in need. Red Cross officials tell me that there are special protocols in place because of COVID-19. Everyone who walks through those doors are being screened by the National Guard. There are different limit capacities because of social distancing requirements, so fewer people are allowed in. With that being said, no one will be turned away, even if you do have COVID-19 symptoms. If you show up with symptoms, they have a special isolation area that they can take you to. But again, as I mentioned, that should be the last resort. Maui Electric tells us that they had at least one power outage this morning in Waikapu and Wailuku areas. About 3,000 people lost power around 5:30 this morning, and it was quickly restored just before 6 a.m. So only lasted about 25 minutes or so, and they say that was because a downed tree on some power lines there. We did speak to several residents who came down to the harbor to get ice, which there's an ice machine here, and they said that conditions deteriorated really rapidly this morning compared to yesterday. Spoke to several residents who said they spent all day yesterday just preparing for the worst. We followed them around and talked to them as they're boarding up their homes, putting sandbags out in front of businesses, chopping down trees, and just tying everything down. And again, this is what they've been waiting for. This is what they've been preparing for. So that's the latest conditions as far as what's going on here at Kahului Harbor on Maui. Stay safe, everyone.